So 6 of the international games schedules have been released. They were released today. Saw that on Good Morning Football. And we've got games in London. We've got a game in Dublin. We've got a game in Berlin. We've got a game in Madrid. It's just absolutely insane. 6 games announced in Europe. Just can't believe it. Don't know about getting tickets. We'll need to wait and see. The last time I tried to get tickets, I think I went into the queue at number 300,000. So we'll see what happens there. But we're going to have a look at the matchups and the dates and from what we've been told. And I'll give you my thoughts. And we start, of course, with the Minnesota Vikings, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's on the 28th of September. This one's in Croke Park in Dublin. Should be a great game. I mean, the first game ever in Dublin. Dublin's not a place I've been to. Actually, well, I think I might have been once, just passing through many years ago. But I've certainly never spent any time in the city. But for them to get their first game, and of course we knew it was going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to be facing off against the Minnesota Vikings. That should be a great game for everyone, including all your impartial fans. Just want to see, what we need to see is who's going to be the quarterback at Pittsburgh. No idea what's going on. And of course, JJ McCarthy in Minnesota. We'll see how he gets on. And then we're going to see how he gets on the following week, because the Minnesota Vikings on the 5th of October are taking on the Cleveland Browns. This one's in London, so it's just a short hop across the Irish Sea for the Vikings to take on the Cleveland Browns. Another team where we have no idea what's going to happen at the quarterback position. Will it be Shedeur? Will it be Flacco? We've got no idea. It'll be interesting to see actually what happens with the Cleveland Browns. So that's the 5th of October. Vikings and Browns in London. Staying in London for the next game, we've got my very own Denver Broncos. They're taking on the New York Jets. And this is a game that I would love to go and see, but as I've said before, tickets. It's all about trying to get the tickets, and these things are like gold dust for games. Hundreds of thousands of people trying to get the limited amount for the stadium. I believe the capacity for the Tottenham one is 80,000. I might have that wrong. You can double check that. You can let me know in the comments if that's wrong. So we'll need to wait and see. I've not actually been to the Spurs Stadium yet. I've only been to Wembley games. I've been about 6 times down to London. I've seen the Broncos play twice. I saw them play the Jaguars a couple of years ago, and I saw them play the 49ers back in 2010, I think it was. Tim Tebow's rookie season. I still have his jumper, the number 15 jumper for Tim Tebow. Hopefully he can get to the Broncos game, but we'll see what happens. With regards to the Jets, we need to have a look at this. Another team with quarterback questions, shall we say. Let's see how they get on in 2025. But we're going to move on to the next game, staying in London. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And anyone who listens to the podcast or watches us on YouTube will know Dave Somerville is a Rams fan. Patrick Jackson is a Jags fan. So it's going to be, who are you going for? Myself and Jake will be thinking, well, who are we actually going to root for in this game? Spoiler alert, it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry, Dave. But we're going to move on. That's the 19th of October. We're going to move on to the next game, which is the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. This one's actually taking place in Berlin. So Germany gets the game back again. Falcons, Colts, 9th of November. I have no idea what to expect from this game because I've got no idea what's happening with either of these teams. And once again, quarterback, don't want to say quarterback competitions going into the season, into 2025. It'll be interesting to find out what happens between these two teams. I'm really looking forward to it. And then the final game that was announced is the game in Madrid, and that is the Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins. With regards to the Washington Commanders, they made the NFC Championship game last year, so they're expecting a good year this year. The Dolphins are looking to sort of return to form. Hopefully Tua can be healthy throughout the entire season. Still don't know what's happening with regard to their wide receiver positions, but we'll find out in due course as we edge ever closer towards the kickoff of the 2025 season. So this one's on the 16th of November. That's the last one that was actually announced. There is the other game, which I believe is in South America, we don't know who's playing in that one. I think we know it's the Chargers are going to be the home team, but we don't know who they're going to be playing. So yeah, why don't you let me know in the comments below what you think, which game you're looking forward to the most, if you're going to make it to any of these games. And if so, look out for a couple of guys winning some WINFL tags, and feel free to say hello. We'll see you then.